from R.D. Sharma, class 7th, mathematics, chapter number 17, understanding shapes, 3 special types of quadrilateral. In that, exercise 17.1. In that, question number 14. A quadrilateral, all angles are equal to each other. Find the measure of each. We have to find the measure of each angle. And another question is given that the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Then we have to find out what special type of parallelogram it is. Now 3 questions it is there. Let us solve the first one first. Now question number 14. I have drawn the quadrilateral. Each sides are same. Each angle are same. So angle I am taking as x. Okay. Let all angle be x. So let each angle be x. Now these angle are x. So sum of all angle is 360. Sum of all angle is 360. So sum of all angle is 360. So we'll plus it, x plus x plus x plus x. X plus x plus x plus x equal to 360. So 4x equal to 360. So x equal to 360 upon 4. So 4 ones are and 4 90s are. So x equal to 90 degree. Now all the angles are of 90 degree. So second question is that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So yes, the quadrilateral is the parallelogram. And last question is that which special type of parallelogram it is. Okay, the last question is that which type of parallelogram it is. So which type of parallelogram? It is a rectangle. So last, yes, the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And last question is, so each angle is 90, therefore a parallelogram is a rectangle. Okay, now question number 15. Two adjacent sides of parallelogram are 4 cm and 3 cm respectively. Find its perimeter. Now two adjacent of parallelogram we had given. We have to find its perimeter. In question number 15, we had given two adjacent side, means one is this side and one is this side. Two adjacent side we have to take. So one is 3 cm and another is 4 cm. So we have to find the perimeter. Perimeter is sum of all the side. Now this is 3 cm. So opposite, in parallelogram opposite sides are same. So if it is 3 cm, so this is also 3 cm because it is opposite side. Now this is 4 cm. So this is one also 4 cm because it is opposite side. Now for the perimeter, sum of all the side means 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. So perimeter equal to 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4, which is equal to sum of all the side, right? So 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 4 plus 4 is 8, which is equal to 14 centimeter. Okay, easy way. First of all, we have to write opposite side. Here also opposite side, same, equal for the parallelogram, and in perimeter sum of all this side. So we have sum it, and answer is 14 centimeter. 16th one, the perimeter of a parallelogram is 150. Now here it is given perimeter. One of its side is greater than the other by 25. Now let one side be x and another side be greater than the other by 25. So we have to plus 25 in that side, another side. So that will be x plus 25. Let us draw and see. Say I have drawn one parallelogram. In that, one is given, perimeter is given. So I am writing here perimeter is equal to 150 centimeter. Okay. Now another statement is that the one of its side, one side we can take x. Okay. Let the one side be x and another side is greater than the other by 25. This one is greater than this by 25. So we have to plus 25 in this. So x plus 25. Now what we have to do, that opposite sides are same. Okay. We had find the sides. Okay. And last we have to find the length of the side of the parallelogram. This side we have to find. Now first of all, this side is equal to this one. Opposite side are same, so x plus 25. And this side are same as this one, so this is also x. We have to find the value of x and x plus 25, length and breadth of this. Okay. Now perimeter we had given, so we will find the value of x from this only. So perimeter equal to sum of all its side. Will sum it. So x plus 25 plus x plus 25. Now how many x? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 x plus 25 plus 25, 50. Here perimeter given value is 50. So 150 minus 50 equal to 4x. Now 150 minus 50 is 100 equal to 4x. So 100 upon 4 equal to x. 4 ones are 4, 25 are. Therefore x equal to 25. That's your answer. Now one side we have find out that x equal to 25. So I am doing here EH equal to x equal to 25. Here also the same. So what I am writing, EH equal to FG. So why? Opposite side. Therefore EH is 25 equal to FG. So FG equal to 25. Now for this one, first of all we will find HG value. So find out HG. HG equal to x plus 25. X is 25 plus 25 equal to 0, 50. HG. Now HG is equal to EF. Both sides are equal because of it opposite side. So EF equal to HG because of opposite side. Okay. So EF equal to GH is 50. So 50, 50 all side we have find out. That's your answer. Question number 20. Find the angle marked with a question mark shown in figure 17.27. Now we have to find out this angle ECF and angle D and angle B. This question mark angle we have to find out. First we can take in triangle BEC sum of all the angle 180. Then we can find this angle. Let us do 21 question. This question mark we have to find out. So first of all in triangle it is E and F. In triangle BEC BEC. Okay, sum of all the angle, so which is angle EBC, that means this angle plus angle BEC plus ECB equal to 180. Reason is sum of all angle of triangle is 180 degree. That's a reason. Now this one we have to find out. Angle BEBC plus BEC is 90 plus ECB is 40 equal to 180. So angle EBC plus 90 plus 40, 130 equal to 180. Okay, so EBC equal to 180 minus 30, which is equal to 0. 8 minus 3 is 5. So EBC is 50 degree. So this angle is 50 degree. If B is 50, then D is also 50. Okay, E and B is same. So we can write here angle D is angle B. Why? Opposite angle. So angle D equal to B is 50 degree. So D is also 50. Now what we have to do? We have to find out angle C. So first of all we will find out this angle. Just see how in triangle CFD we can find out sum of angle is 180. So let us find out that in triangle CFD, which angle we have to plus it? Angle CFD plus angle FDC plus angle DCF equal to 180. Sum of all the triangle is 180. CFD is CFD is 90. CFD. So I am writing here 90 plus FDC 50. So FDC 50 plus DCF we have to find out. So 180, 90 plus 50 is DCF plus 140 equal to 180. So angle DCF equal to 180 minus 140. So angle DCF equal to 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. So DCF is 40 degree. This is 40. Okay. Now we got the angle this one. Now this one we have to find out. Then another we have to do, that is we have to find out angle A. Okay. Angle A we will find out with the adjacent side. Angle A plus angle D equal to 180 adjacent side. So I am writing here angle A plus angle D equal to 180. So angle D is 50 equal to 180. So angle A equal to 180 minus 50. Angle A equal to 180 minus 50 is 130. So angle A is 130. So 130 this is. So angle A is equal to angle C, whole angle C. Okay, this whole angle, opposite sides, which is 130. So write it here. Angle C equal to angle A. So angle C equal to 130 degree because of opposite angle. Now see here, if we will plus this 1 2 3 angle which is equal to 130, okay, if we will plus 1 angle 40 plus this 130 plus 40, so we'll get this 130 equal to, so which angle we have to plus? Angle BCE, angle ECF and angle FCD, so equal to 130. So let us do angle C equal to angle BCE plus angle ECF plus angle FCD. Okay, so angle C is 130 degree, angle BCF we have to BCE which is 40 plus this central angle we have to find out, so that plus angle FCD is 40. So 40 plus 40 80 plus angle ECF 130 minus 80 equal to angle ECF. Therefore angle ECF equal to 130 minus 80 which is 50. So angle ECF is 50 degree. Okay, got it? In figure 17.28, ABCD and AEFG are parallelogram. If angle C is 55, what is the measure of it? Angle F. Now angle C we had given, this in this figure we have to see. Angle C we have given which is 55 degree. Okay, if this is 55, so angle A is also 55. What we have to find out? What is the measure of angle F? So angle F we have to find out. This parallelogram ABCD and another parallelogram AEFG. Now this is same. Now if angle A is 55, the angle F is also 55. Why? Opposite angle in parallelogram AEFG. So we had find out angle F is also 55 degree. Now question number 25. Diagonal of parallelogram ABCD intersect at O as shown in the figure 17.30. XY contain O and XY are point on opposite side of the parallelogram. Give reason for each the following. Now see, first one we had given in parallelogram ABCD, OB, that this, and OD equal. These two are equal. Equal. Why? Diagonals. Diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. I am writing in short, which is diagonals. Okay, because they are diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other, so they are same. Now see, angle OBY equal to angle ODX. See which one? OBY means this one. Okay, rubbing this angle, and ODX this one. These are the alternate angle. Okay, like this alternate angle, so they are equal. Alternate angle. BOY, where is BOY? This one. Okay, DOX, this. Both are equal. Why? Vertically opposite angle. Now triangle OBY, this triangle OBY and ODX. These two triangles are correspondence. Why? Because their angle, this side, okay, side angle, because of angle side angle congruence. This angle, side and angle, okay, this first angle, side and angle, therefore they are congruence angle. Now we have to state XY is bisected to XY is bisected O. Yes, they are bisected O, XY. Now see the 26th one. In figure 17.31, ABCD is a parallelogram. CE bisect angle C and AF bisect angle A. If each of the following, if the statement is true, give reasons for the same. Now same as 25th. Okay, angle C equal to angle A equal to angle C. Now this angle and this angle are same. Why? Opposite angle of parallelogram. Okay, this angle A and angle C, opposite angle of parallelogram are same. Now FAB, so this one angle FAB, okay, and equal to half of angle A. Yes, equal to half of angle A, because A is bisector, AF is bisector of angle A. Why it is half? Because AF is bisector of angle A. This angle, okay, FAB is half of angle A. Yes, because AF is, this AF is bisector of angle A. Same way, DCE is half of angle C, right? DCE, this way. This is the half of angle C, because CE is the bisector of angle C. So we will write CE is bisector of angle C. Thank you for watching this video.